Hello? Hello, everyone. And welcome to another edition of Dr. Delay calling random games. Today's game is not as random as you guys pretty much know. It's going to be the Pirates taking on the Padres in what is game 2 of a already kind of controversial series. As you know, yesterday there were some questionable calls. So we'll see if there's any questionable calls tonight as, again, these two teams square off in Game 2. I cannot understand this volume, and I'm really sorry if I sound like crap. I am once again sleep deprived. So we're just going to go with it. As Bailey Falter is going to take the mound for the Pirates. He's going to take on Dylan Cease. So not a bad pitching matchup. Cease not exactly pitching too great according to his standards, but, still doing okay. 4.58, still hanging in there. Whip of 1.25, so again, a little bit below what he normally does, but, he's still not doing too bad. And Falter, of course, he's been pretty good for the Pirates. And, if the Pirates keep, struggling, as I expect they will, I could expect him being moved at the trade deadline. So that's a possible story there. All right. Cruz, McCutchen, Reynolds, Horowitz, Canario, Davis, Frazier, Hayes, and Kiner Falefa. The batting order for the Pirates. McCutchen had a statement about last night's game and the call. He said that, honestly, they don't deserve it, and that in order to get calls like that to go in their way or to not happen, they have to play better. So it's a message to the team, to the organization. Maybe they can turn it around. As we're already underway here, Cease going to deliver the first pitch, and that's going to be in there for strike one as we are underway in San Diego. Pittsburgh entering today with a 21-37 record. Padres entering with a 32-23 record. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be inside ball one. Maybe I saw you earlier today. The Pirates didn't play earlier today, but the UFL did, and I did cover that Roughnecks and Panthers game. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. 2-1 count. Here to O'Neal Cruz. I'll try to hopefully wake up as this game goes on. Here's the 2-1. And that one's going to be ripped. And that's going to get down the right field line. And Cruz should definitely easily get to second. And I think he's going to. So look at that. An opening leadoff double by O'Neal Cruz. It's like a little breaking ball in the inside part of the plate, and he definitely takes advantage. All right, so in steps in Andrew McCutchen, batting .259, OPS of .731. Cease sets, looks back at Cruz, and delivers. That's in there for a called strike. That was Cruz's 8th double of the year. Here's the 0-1. That's outside for a ball. Reynolds, man, how's it going? I'm sorry I sound and look rough. I mean, that's almost every stream, but today I can definitely feel it. How you doing, man? How's it going? McCutchen with 3 home runs and 15 RBIs on the year. Cease delivers, and that's going to be fouled off the umpire's face mask. So he's going to, I don't know, he didn't really react to it. 1-2 count to McCutchen with Cruz already on second. Cease looking back at Cruz and delivers. That's outside for ball 2. Luis, how's it going, man? Doing okay? I know it's Padres Pirates, but I am getting Padres here. And you might like the good news here is here's the 2-2. Is this going to be hit foul? So tomorrow, while I am doing Indians Angels, as soon as I get home from work, I'm probably going to be a little bit late. I have a feeling that work's going to run late tomorrow. Just have that feeling. But I will start it regardless, even if I miss the first inning. I know that's not professional of me. But if nothing's going on Sunday evening, I'll be doing Pirates Padres again. And I believe on Tuesday, I'm going to try to do Giants and Padres. So look at that. We're going to get some Padres in here the next few days. Not Monday. Monday I'm going to do, I don't know if the Padres even play Monday, but I'm going to do Dodgers-Mets on Monday. But yeah, Tuesday you're also doing Padres-Giants. So Padres coming up for you. As here's the 3-2 to McCutchen. That's in the dirt. And McCutchen's going to draw the walk. Just showing some love and support. I appreciate you, Reynolds. Appreciate you, man. I really do. Hey, the best team win. I just hope it's a good game. Well, honestly, me too, man. You know, with the Pirates being 21-37, a win's not really going to matter to me. I mean, unless we get 16 in a row and then we're back to 500. But I'm not going to hold my breath. But I appreciate the support of always, as always. You know, just doing this here, seeing what happens. Here's the first pitch to Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to hit this to left, and that's going to get down. And I wonder if Cruz had a good jump. He's going to be home. So Reynolds with an RBI single, as we've talked about Reynolds getting hot in June, and just a week ago, that OPS was just above 600. His OPS now 674, so it's like he feels that June is happening soon, so he's going to perform. It's actually insane, his numbers in June, 981 OPS, lifetime. It's actually incredible. He becomes one of the best hitters in the game for a whole month. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Cease in trouble as here's Horwitz, and that's going to be in there for strike 1. Horwitz batting .217, OPS of 620. Cease sets, looks back at second, and delivers. And that one's going to be fouled back. That Reynolds hit, it wasn't really a clean hit. It was like kind of a little bit of a floater, but it just landed shy of the left fielder. So finally the break's going the Pirates' way as Horwitz is going to step out. Runners on first and second here in the top of the first. Cease looking back and forth. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt, but I don't know. Yeah, no, McCutchen's not going to leave. He's going to stay at second. I feel like this at-bat's gone by a little bit, yet it's only the third pitch. 1-2 count. Cease looking back and delivers. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. He struck him out. So on away here for the Pirates as they've already pushed across a run. And I just realized, gosh dang it, guys. You guys could have let me know about the scoreboard. Jeez, like, why is that up there? Now you can tell, and I'm a little bit exhausted, but there we go. 1-0. It's not a 13-19 as this one's going to be fouled back. Canario is batting .241, OPS of .669. What did you miss? Watching your little sister. That's okay. So Cruz led off with a double, and then McCutchen walked, and then Reynolds hit a RBI single to left that scored Cruz, and then Horowitz just struck out as we are at an 0-2 count to Canario. That's pretty much what has happened. Again, I'm a little tired, so I do apologize. 0-2 count. He's looking back at McCutchen and delivers, and that one, I don't know if he got a piece of that one. I think he did. He did get a little bit of a piece, so he stays alive. Didn't really look like it. If you don't get as many viewers, it's because they're all watching Yankees-Dodgers. Epic game, epic teams. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, I figured. I mean, it's all good. I know there's a lot of streamers that'll do Yankees and Dodgers anyway. So on Monday, it's going to be kind of a struggle. As here's the 0-2 that's outside. As I'm going to be doing again, Dodgers and Mets, the late Monday night game, and then Tuesday the plan is to do Giants Padres. So we're going to get some Padres coming up, and that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Yeah, but there's plenty of people that hate those two teams as well. Well, yeah. But people like to hate watch, I like to hate watch. I'm a hate watcher. I'm not even going to lie. If there's a team I just absolutely dislike, well, mostly with football, baseball, not really. As here is Davis, and that's outside ball one. Well, Ohio State, pull for them to lose almost every time. And, if they're on TV, I'm hate watching, pulling for the upset usually for the other team. Cowboys, I don't really like watching the Cowboys anymore. I just like when they lose, but I used to hate watch the crap out of them. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be hit to short, and it's right to the shortstop for out number 3. But the Pirates get one. They do leave 2 stranded as we head to the bottom of the first. The Pirates up 1-0 over the Padres. Yep, I really admire the Yankees for their history, but as a faithful Padre, I can't stand L.A. Yeah, well, hey, that's fair. You're just being a fan, You can't cheer for a rival. As there are your scores. Oh, pardon me, I need to lower this so you can see. Unfortunately, Sean's Giants lost to the Marlins today, but you can look there at the other scores there. Braves over the Red Sox 5-0. Rays over the Astros 16-3. Mets over the Rockies. Rockies are going to hit 50 losses before they reach 10 wins. That is actually insane. Royals over the Tigers today 1-0. Indians over the Angels 7-5. And I am doing that game tomorrow as soon as I get home from work. I might be a little bit late, but if I go live, I'm going to go live. It just might be in the second inning or so. I'm going to try. Brewers all over the Phillies today 17-7. Orioles over the White Sox 4-2. Cardinals over the Rangers 2-0. Blue Jays over the A's 8-7. Cubs over the Reds 2-0. And there's still one more game that has yet to go. The Dodgers telling me that's an epic game, 14-1. Oh my gosh. Twins over the are up on the Mariners 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th, and of course you're listening to me cover this 1-0 game. Pirates over the Padres. I taught my kids the Beat LA chant at a young age. There we go. Got to get that in there. So, yeah, the goal, possibly doing the last game of this series tomorrow. It really just depends on if plans don't come to fruition, which they didn't today. Might happen tomorrow. If they don't, it's okay. Looking to have a tennis partner, play tennis. Get out there and play tennis. But then my foot, I kind of hurt my foot last night. As here's the first pitch to Tatis. That's going to be inside ball 1. Yeah, I decided to, I don't even remember what I was doing last night, to be honest with you. But I decided to walk on the treadmill for a whole hour. And did a little bit of jogging towards the end. And I don't know, my foot was fine. As here's the 1-0. That's in there, a called strike. It was fine when I got off. I just took a shower. It was fine. I went to bed. Woke up this morning. I was fine. But then, as the day went on, my foot has been in so much pain. So it hurts to walk. So it might not happen. As here is the 1-1. That's going to be a ground ball to short. IKF throws to first. And Tatis beats it out. Hayes dove for it. Couldn't get it. IKF dove for it, did kind of get it. It did go cleanly into his glove, but he was able to knock it down. Fire to first, but not in time. As Luis Arias is going to come to the plate, he's batting .289, OPS of .738. But yeah, I'm going to try to do Guardians, Angels midday tomorrow, as that's going to be right down the middle for strike one. And then, of course, possibly Pirates, Padres for the conclusion of this series. And then Monday, Dodgers, Mets. Tuesday, Padres, Giants. Here's the 0-1. And it's going to be a little tapper to the pitcher as he throws to first for out number one. Luis, who is your favorite Padre ever? To be honest, I don't really recall how old Luis is, so I wouldn't know. As far as, the era he's looking at, Popular answer would probably be Tony Gwynn, but again, I don't know who he really saw. As Machado's going to dig in. He's batting .314, OPS of .867. Trisk says, Dave Winfield. Hello, Trisk. How are you doing? Runner on second. Falter delivers. That's in there for strike one. Machado with 6 home runs and 25 RBIs. Falter sets and delivers. That's high for a ball. Same favorites as most. Tony Gwynn, Trevor Hoffman, and Dave Winfield. Tresk is on the border. Hello there, Trisk, from the United States, as that one's going to be inside ball two. I assumed you guys would have already left Brownsville by now, or that area. 2-1 count to Machado, as here's the 2-1. That's going to be chopped to short. IKF looks back Tatis as he throws to first for out number 2. Sean, favorite Giants players? Great answers, likes the answers. Trisk, oops, I forgot about Tony the Tiger Gwynn. He is number 1. Changing his answer. He already submitted it. Too late. Sorry, final answer. Best ERA in a single month by a Pirate since 1920. I saw Zach Duke on that list. Legend there. As here's the pitch to Merrill. Tatis is actually going to take off from second and third. No throw. Great jump there. So Tatis just 90 feet away. Tatis, Machado are definitely top 10 by now. Winfield is right behind. Okay, right behind Tony Gwynn. 1-0 count to Jackson Merrill, as that's high for ball 2. .20 count here to Jackson Merrill, batting .331, OPS of .896, 5 home runs and 21 RBIs. Here's the 2-0, and that's going to be a swing. He did go for a strike. Tried to hold up, but committed too much there. Tied him up. Two-one count. Who is pitching? It's going to be Bailey Falter. Here's the 2-1, and this one's going to be poked at and fouled off. Bailey Falter, I expect, just a gut feeling, if the Pirates continue to flail and fail, that he will probably be on the move come trade deadline with ERA of 3.47, and it hasn't been too bad this year. 2-2 counts. Merrill's going to poke this into left, but a diving effort by Canario, and Falter shows his appreciation. The nice effort there. So we head to the top of the second. Your score: Pirates 1, Padres 0. Please don't hate me, but Bonds, then Will Clark, then Moises Alou, and I love Felipe Alou as a manager. Also liked Rob Nen and many others over the years. That Pirate is everyone's BF. Everyone loves Barry Bonds except for Pirates fans. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. And I do apologize. I'm not going to be 100% with this broadcast, and I just not feeling 100% at the moment. But I'm hanging in there. And maybe I wake up and liven up as the night continues. I am excited for football season. Just that's all I've really been thinking about since, the college release, the schedule. For the most part, it's been released. Not all the games, but the first few weeks, definitely. And I'm just ready for it. Did have a stream today. It was okay. I was up against some big dogs in the football scene, so didn't quite do as good as past UFL games, but I hung in there. Due up for the Pirates is going to be Frazier, Hayes, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Jaguar Gator, I know, had, when I ended my stream and went to his just to see how he was doing, he had 75 people watching. That was at the end. The game has already been over for a few minutes. So I'm just like, yeah, that is tough. I don't usually think of Winfield as a Padre. He had great years with at least 4 teams. Doctor, which team was Winfield the best on? Got another question by Sean, as here's the first pitch by Frazier. To Frazier. Pardon me. That is inside ball 1. Let's go ahead and review this. Let's go ahead and... What's his name again? I'm sorry. I forgot. I know it's Winfield. Frazier's going to foul this one back. Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield is the question. Best on what team? Played from 1973 to 1995. Played with the Padres. Says here is the 1-1 to Frazier. That is, he checked his swing in the dirt, and he went. Strike 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12-time All-Star. It's looking like he was best as a Yankee. Well, Yankee and a Padre are really close. Played for the California Angels. Here's the 1-2. Frazier is kind of jammed as he sends this to center. Merrill is under it for out number 1. Twins didn't really do much there. Toronto, same thing. Well, he actually had a decent season in Toronto. And then Cleveland is forgettable. Winfield did pretty solid over his career. Probably best to remember. I don't know. He made every year as a Yankee. He was an all-star except for his last one. As a Padre, he did start off slow. I'm going to have to give the nod to Yankees Dave Winfield. That's going to be my final answer there. Locking that in. 0-1 count to Brian Hayes. Batting .223, OPS of .560. 1 home run, 16 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. That's swung on and missed. Strike 2. Oh, and 2 counts. Cease delivers the 0-2, and that is fouled back. Still 0-2. Cease delivers, and that's in the dirt for ball 1. Pirates up 1-0 here in the top of the second. 1 out as well in the top of the second. Here's the 1-2. That is low for ball 2. Two and two count. Cease delivers just outside ball 3. Cease questioning, like, where did that miss? Bonds, Barry Bonds, 007. There we go. Here is the 3-2, and Hayes fouls this one back. Staying alive. Very nice indeed. 3-2 count. Cease delivers. In there, strike 3, called the breaking ball on the top of the zone. Froze him. So 2 down here in the top of the second. But that brings up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, batting .297, OPS of .723. I've liked the Padres over the years. I like them in recent memory just because they represent, they're a threat to the Dodgers. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be down low, ball 1. One home run, 13 RBIs for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Here's the 1-0, and this one's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down, and it looks like he's going to have an extra base. As he will, he's going to cruise into second with a 2-out double. And his batting average goes above 300. It's been a while since I've seen a Pirate with a batting average above 300, but Isaiah Kiner-Falefa pulls that off here in the top of the second inning. And that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, who also doubled to begin the game and did come across the score. Sees, sets, looks back, and delivers. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Cruz batting .229, OPS of .835. 12 home runs on the year, 26 RBIs. Here's the 0-1, and this one's going to be fouled back. I was looking up Will Clark. He was a stud. Oh and 2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Cease looks back at IKF and delivers. Swing and a miss of the ball in the dirt. He struck him out. So the Pirates strand 1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Your score, Pirates 1, Padres 0. I'll go ahead and pull down the rest of the scores for you so you can look around what's happening across the majors. Dodgers scoring 15 runs on the Yankees. That is just wow. That is wow. What a drubbing that is. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I do mostly Pirates games, but I do Padres game, and you can probably thank the guy. Actually, you can leave out the probably. You can thank the guy in the chat. Luis, he is Padres fan, and he's one of the, I would say, OGs, you know. So I definitely work in Padres games. Obviously, it's a Pirates game, but I am going to be doing Padres-Giants on Tuesday night. And Giants, that's another one if you're just, well, I mean, you're probably not a Giants fan if you're here. Unless you're Sean, of course. And, of course, I work in Giants games because of Sean. What I'm saying is, if, you're a fan of these teams, just let me know. Be consistent in the chat, and I'll try to work your team into one of these streams. Obviously, a lot of Pirates fans, so, I'm going to get Pirates games. That is the priority. But I definitely am not opposed to cover other games as well. I don't have to watch the Pirates score one, run in a game. I could watch other teams and learn more about the offense, because I guess I have to report back to Pittsburgh or something. Like, hey, other teams can score more than 4 runs a game, right? Like, that actually has happened. So, yeah, it was Kevin Mitchell played for both teams. I think Dr. How was Mitchell on the Padres. I can look that up for you. Wait just a minute. I remember now. I never liked the Padres. Kept for Gwynn and Winfield. I do like the... right now, Trisk, I'm too tired to solve any of your riddles. All right. Kevin Mitchell, as here's the first pitch to Bogarts. That's just inside ball 1. Kevin Mitchell as a Padre. So here's the pitch to Bogarts. That's in there, a called strike. As a Padre, only had 1 year there. As here's the 1-1. That's way outside ball 2. That goes back to the backstop. Did seem to do... Well, yeah, okay. Well, he didn't play that much. Was traded to the Giants, and he immediately became great. So I guess he just didn't feel comfortable in San Diego. As here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit to right. Reynolds is under it and makes the catch for route number 1. Yeah, I wouldn't say he was that impressive as a Padre. Final answer, mid. Trisk, have you seen that Friar mascot they have now? He doesn't hold a candle to the chicken. Oh, the chicken mascot. Yeah. Yeah, only know that because of NFL Follies. But he seemed like a pretty cool mascot. Just doesn't make sense, as that one's going to be in there, strike 1. Yeah, it just still doesn't make any sense why they have a chicken in San Diego, but it is what it is. Here's the 0-1 to Sheets, and that one's going to be hit to second as he throws to first for out number 2. So 2 away here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up Campusano. Campusano has yet to record a hit this season. I'm assuming he hasn't played much. OPS of 353. Yeah, he's 0 for 11 on the year. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just inside ball 1. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. Luis, do you remember John Kruk as a Padre? Falter. Delivers the 2-0. That's in there for strike 1. The Friars, that is a Northeast college, correct? Former Big East, is it Providence? The Friars? The Providence Friars? I don't remember what the Providence are. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be upstairs. Did check his swing, but did not go. Providence. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be a chopper to short. IKF running, throws, and gets him for out number 3. So 1-2-3 go to the Padres as we enter the top of the third. Your score, Pirates 1, Padres 0. I don't know why I can't find Let me just do Providence basketball team. That'll definitely help. Providence. Apparently I can't type. Yeah, they're the Friars. Interesting. What the heck is going on? Sorry, guys. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and look at the scores. 18 runs now for the Dodgers. It keeps going up. I think so, Trish, but the Padres have a Friar mascot now. He is sort of freaky looking, somewhat. Truck is a Padre. I know pinstripes made him look thinner. Again, if you like what you see, folks, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel out a lot. Not my best performance tonight, so honestly, I really shouldn't be mad if I don't move up in the subscriber, thing, but I'll be a little sad. But I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. I don't think I'm going to wake up. I don't think I have the energy, so my bad, guys. This is on me. This is on me. Oh, no, I've not seen the San Diego Friar. I will look into that. All right, well, timeout. Let me just go ahead and... let's see here. I don't know if you can really see that. Imagine yourself as a little kid. Hey, let's go to the Padres game. Oh, do you want a picture with this guy? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to sit well. So there you go, Trisk. Not exactly the best mascot I've seen as McCutchen takes a ball. Here is the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. No offense to Luis here, by the way. Just, not the best mascot I've ever seen. Here is the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. That was a big swing and a miss by McCutchen. 1-2 count. Cease. Delivers. That's outside. Ball two. Cease already at 44 pitches. Here is the 2-2, and that one is poked foul. Yeah, that's him. Are we done? What do you mean? Are we done? Who's done? Am I done? I don't know. Am I canceled? I hope not. Here is the 2-2. That's going to be hit to third. Throwing to first and gets him by a step. McCutchen was booking it, but a great throw by Machado gets out number one. No, we are not done. If that's what I don't really know what you're referring to, Trisk. I'm sorry. As that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds, who's 1 for 1 and did bring home Cruz in the first. Doctor, which is worse, the Friar mascot or the Freddie Freeman dance? Oof. Ooh, I don't know. Here's the first pitch. That's way outside. Ball one. What is worse? I'd rather take a picture with the mascot, actually. I mean, I'm just putting myself in, would I rather take a picture with the mascot, or here's the 1-0, that's right down the middle, strike one, or do the dance, or see another, person do that dance. And, yeah, I'd rather just take the picture with the mascot. So I'm going to say the Freddie Freeman dance is worse. Here is the 1-1. That is low, ball two. Does that make any sense? I feel like it does. 2-1 count. Again, I do apologize. I'm not at 100%. Hopefully I'll be good tomorrow. I imagine I will. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit into the gap. And no, it's not. it's actually going to find a glove because the cameraman had no idea where the ball was for out number 2. What the heck? It was zooming into the gap, and then all of a sudden on the right side of the screen you see Tatis coming in and grabbing the ball. That is lame. I'm sorry, guys. Not my fault. Not my fault. All right, it's going to bring up Spencer Horwitz batting .213, OPS of 607. Here is the pitch, and Horwitz showing bunt, and then he takes it right down the middle, strike 1. That was interesting. 2 outs, by the way. Not exactly the fastest guy either. 0-1 count. And this one's going to be chopped foul. Dodger game was 18-1. Could you imagine how much dancing? Oh, I bet there's a lot. They're doing more on that more than on Broadway. I'm so glad I'm not watching that game. Yeah, that is a lot of dancing going on in that stadium. Here is the 0-2. That is in the dirt. He did check his swing, but did not go. But I will be doing Dodgers Mets on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. Guess we're pulling for the Mets or something. I'm not too sure. 1-2 count to Spencer Horwitz. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 2. Cease already at 54 pitches. 2-2 count. Cease, though, he has settled down since the first inning. First 3 batters kind of rocked him. This one's going to be popped up, and that's going to be caught for out number 3. So Pirates can't do anything there as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Your score, Pirates 1, Padres 0. And again, we're going to go ahead and show you all that stuff. Dodgers obviously up 18-2 on the Yankees. I mean, the Brewers popped off today against the Phillies. The Rays popped off against the Astros. So just what a performance by those guys. Just very impressive performances. Actually, I don't know why I closed that for you. Look at the final scores from across the nation. Again, if you are not a subscriber and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This isn't my A game, and I'm sorry about that. I'm a little tired. Who's a better pitcher? Bruce Hurst, Eric Show, or Ed Whitson? Got another question. Brought to you by Sean. And if you are not subscribed and have never seen this channel before, you can talk about whatever you'd like. I do respond to all the comments for the most part. I'm not exactly the most popular guy on YouTube, so that chat's not exactly going to be moving fast. All right, this is Bruce, right? Bruce Hurst, 2.6. I mean, it's really solid as a Padre, 3.327. Very good as a Padre, Bruce. Eric Show. Eric Show wasn't too bad either. Not as efficient in the ERA department, but he did pitch longer. Can Ed make this an interesting conversation? And first pitch to Cronenworth is going to be fouled back. All right, it's either going to be Eric Show or Bruce Hurst. Peak is definitely Bruce. Longevity, I guess I give it to Show, as this one's going to be jammed to short, and that's caught by IKF for out number 1. He did have 100 wins. I want to go Eric Show. Strictly as a Padre. Final answer, locking that in. Maldonado is going to dig in. So here's the first pitch. Shows bunt, but that's not happening. Strike one. Wow, lots of high scores this last day of May. I wonder if baseball will have any pride left over for June. 0-1 count. That's low. Ball one. Trisk. And you have the audacity to get mad when I don't read your comments. And you type that. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled. I think that went off Davis. What the flip, Trisk? What are you doing? Oh, it's gonna get I'm not gonna make it. This channel is gonna get 3 strikes before football season, and then that's it. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Davis did a nice job, but there's no one on base anyway. So 2-2 count. Maldonado not really batting well this year. 171, OPS of 476. Falter delivers, and Maldonado, this one's going to get past IKF for a base hit. So the number 9 hitter gets on, and that's going to bring up Fernando Tatis Jr., batting 272, OPS of 840. Oh, no, yeah, no. Hey, if you see the one day this channel is deactivated, well, it wasn't because of the guy behind the camera. It's because of one viewer. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball one. 1-0 count to Tatis. Falter looks over at first and delivers. That's going to be chopped just foul. Would have been very tough to get either of those. Your facial expressions are... Yeah, I bet they are. I bet they are, Trisk. One and one count. Falter looking over and delivers. And this one's going to be hit to third. There's one. And just got Tatis for a double play. Tatis running that one out. You got to appreciate the hustle there. But the Pirates make it worth nothing because they get out of it. We're headed to the top of the fourth. Your score, Pirates 1, Padres 0. Quick moving game so far, and that's what we need right here. We need a quick moving game. The doctor gets so worried about I'm the master of vocabulary, I do not think the checkers are that bright. Oh, look. You know what? I'm not going to say what I was about to say. You do you, Trisk, all right? You do you. I'm just going to be here. It's going to be here, okay? Who do I like in the Stanley Cup Finals? Draven, I didn't ask you. I know you asked who I thought, which I'm picking the Florida Panthers. Again, I don't really know much about other teams other than the Penguins, other than I know I'm not supposed to like the Bruins and the Capitals. I was taught well on that. But I'm picking Florida. But Draven, if you're still there, who do you have, by the way? Again, those are your scores from around the major leagues, and I'm assuming the Dodgers have won because they won 18-2. Usually like Tampa Bay, but they were not quite as good this year. Well, I mean, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I agree, Trisk, and he may end up with more viewers with that type. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I already say Indians. and Redskins. You have Oilers. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I could see it going either way. Actually, tomorrow I have, I'm doing the Indians game. I have Guardians and Indians in the title. I might just take out Guardians, just leave it as Indians. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Canario is going to dig in. He's 0 for 1, batting .239, OPS of .664. Here is the pitch to Canario. That's going to be just high for ball 1. I'm only drinking this Pepsi so I can wake up, and it has not done anything. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Panthers look good, but I just love the way the defense has played for the Oilers recently. Yes, there are no Guardians. Hold on one sec. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on a miss, strike 2. So I think I was trying to figure out. So I actually don't mind the Cleveland Guardians. I mean, obviously Cleveland Indians is superior, but I think it's because the last part of Guardians, Dians is the same as Indians. Obviously Washington Commanders is literally the worst name in sports. Like that, like professional sports. Here is the 1-2. That's going to be found back. But I feel like that's probably the reason, because it ends so similar, like to the Indians, Guardians. Like I feel like that's kind of why I feel like I like him. I know the Edmonton team is pretty slick. Yeah, okay, this guy. Here is the 1-2. That's low for ball 2. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't really know much about the NHL teams, but I know Florida's been pretty good the last few years, so I'm going to roll with them. Here is the 2-2 to Canario. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Draven, I hope so. Can't stand Marchand, and Canada desperately needs a cup. They haven't won it in over 30 years. That's my reaction to that. Canada hasn't won. Oh well. Henry Davis is going to dig in. He's 0 for 1. Batting .203, OPS of .599. That's low for strike 1. That's not the first time he's seen a pitch below the zone called a strike. Little reference to last night's game. Here's the 0-1. Oh, my goodness. High. Almost hit his noggin there. Ball 1. I just heard pickleball. I immediately just got triggered. Not a pickleball guy. 1-1 count to Davis. Inside. Almost hit him again. Ball 2. Henry Davis, a former number 1 pick. Unfortunately, he was drafted to the Pirates. Had he been drafted to another team, he'd probably be really good. Here's the 2-1, and this one's going to be hit to center, but it's off the end of the bat, so that's going to find the glove of Merrill for out number 2. Frazier is going to dig in. He's 0 for 1. It's been pretty much nothing doing since the first inning for the Pirates. Batting .247, OPS of .647. Here is the first pitch to Frazier, and that one's going to be fouled back. 0-1 count. Pirates leading 1-0 in the top of the 4th. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit to left on the run, and that's going to get down. Sheets still looking for it. It's going to throw it in, but Frazier's going to be on second. So a 2-out double by Frazier, and that's going to bring up Brian Hayes, who is 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Cease at 67 pitches. That is Adam Frazier's 8th double of the year. Here is Hayes, and that's low for ball 1. If you bought pickleball paddles, would I play? Probably not. I'd rather just play tennis. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be fouled back. I'll play pickleball when I'm officially old, or you can't play tennis anymore. 1-1 count. Whichever comes first. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 2. 2-1 count. Here to Brian Hayes. Pirates 21-37. Not exactly a great year. That's going to be low for ball 2. Believe it or not, though, they were, I don't know, it was looking like it was going to be a disastrous season. They've kind of went about 500 the last 10, 10, 15 days. So, kind of straightening out. Here's the 3-1. And that's going to be hit up the middle, and that's going to get down. Frazier's going to round third and head to home, and the throw is not in time. So Frazier is going to score, and the Pirates leading now 2-0. Triolo loves it. So Hayes comes up big. I mean, that's kind of rare, but that's a good thing. Doctor, do I golf? Yes, very badly. Haven't golfed. Actually, I'm going to golf for the first time in about a year and a half this Saturday. Next Saturday, we have a class 2015 reunion. So a buddy of mine, he's going to go golfing. It's at a golf course. Here's the first pitch. That's low for ball 1. The reunion itself is at a golf course. I don't think anyone else is really going to golf, but him and I are going to golf. Hopefully we get others to join us. My best I've ever shot was a 92. But I average usually in the hundreds, and this is going to be a pretty tough course. The best I ever shot there is 118, so it's going to be a rough day. It's not going to be a fun day. Luckily, he's worse than I am, so I'm not going to be the worst one there. So 1-0 count. They're actually going to have a mound visit here, so bear with me here. I heard Doctor watch Stafford highlights. It's good to see Hall of Fame quarterback play. Oh, is that what you heard? What type of source is that? That's freaking Adam Schefter reporting, just talking. Oh my gosh. Draven with the troll there. No. If I want to watch Hall of Fame quarterback highlights, I would definitely not pick Stafford. 1-0 count. And that one's going to be thrown to first, but Hayes is back safe and sound. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's probably more interception compilations of Stafford than there are nice throws. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's low for a ball. Cease now at 74 pitches. Looked like he was going to get out of here just under 70, but now he's in the mid-70s. Two-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Change the score. Mr. 92. I don't know what thank you is. No, I don't control anything. If you see anything on there, that is not. I don't control that. That's going to be low in the dirt. Ball 3. Three and 1 count. Cruz is on deck. He's 1 for 2. He got on in the first with a double. Came across the score. Here's the 3-1. That is going to be, that's low, but that's called a strike. IKF had already taken off his shin guards. or shin guard, I should say, not soccer. Who's the backup catcher tonight? I don't know. I guess I can probably look it up through there. Here's the 3-2, and that's going to be poked into center, and that's going to get down. Merrill's going to throw to third. Hayes is safe. So we have runners on the corners with 2 outs, and we as in the Pirates. Probably shouldn't speak like that, because there's got Padres fans in the chat. And Endy Rodriguez is up. I didn't realize Endy was up. Okay, Endy's here. Endy is back in the majors. That's good news. Yeah, Bart is on. Yeah, I found out actually from Nick, the viewer. But no, apparently Endy's back up. So looks like we're having a mound visit. They're gonna talk to Cease. Runners on first and third with 2 outs. So bear with me. O'Neill Cruz running 31.3 feet a second. 2.99 seconds from third to home. That's actually very impressive. He just covered 90 feet in 3 seconds. A 30-yard dash. He just ran a 30-yard dash, and which he already had a running start. So I guess that just seems really good. Okay. I'd like to see O'Neill Cruz do a 40-yard dash. Dylan Cease has this. He is no rookie. No, he's usually a really solid pitcher. I mean, everyone has their ups and downs, in the season. Here's the first pitch to Cruz. That's one I missed in the dirt. Strike 1. Cruz is 1 for 2. Again, he had that double in the first and came across the score when Reynolds hit that into left. 0-1 counts. This is a big RBI opportunity for the Pirates. Here's the 0-1. That's in the dirt. Yuki Matsui is warming up in the San Diego bullpen. 1-1 counts. Cease sets and delivers. That's outside, ball 2. Two and 1 count. Cease sets and delivers. That's low, ball 3. So he's having trouble locating the zone, as it's now 3-1 on Cruz. Was Steve Garvey better on the Padres or the Dodgers? Going to look that one up for sure. In between the inning here. Here's the 3-1. Takes possibly ball 4. I guess it did catch a little bit of the zone, but it's now 3-2. Runners on first and third. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Cease sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Pirates strand 2, but they do get across a run. So the Pirates lead 2-0 over the Padres as we head to the bottom of the 4th. I know Dr. DeLay is a fan of Moneyball, but does he know who was Bart's catching guru in the Simpsons episode Money Bart? What? I don't even know if I've never even seen that episode. I don't even know. Steve Garvey. Yeah, I never watched any Like, I only watched the first few years of The Simpsons, but we actually don't have, like, some of the early years of The Simpsons seasons. So I never got to watch, like, a few of the first few seasons. Okay, I think I can already tell you it's going to be Dodgers. Yeah, no, this is definitely Dodgers. Well, an MVP is a Dodger. It's kind of wild to see the MVP back in '74 win with 21 home runs. I guess nowadays you have to hit 30 plus. Only walked 31 times. On base was 342. I mean, it's not bad, but that's just wild, just crazy, just different eras, prioritize different things. 294 hitter on base was 329. That would be like, okay, you're not that good, like in today's world. Anyway, again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Every subscription helps. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Yeah, and I pretty much cover random games. Let's go ahead and show you tomorrow's game. The Angels taking on the Guardians Indians, Probably going to delete Guardians. I'll cave. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. It's mostly Pirates, but I do mix in other games as well. And it's not the first time I've covered Padres. As you see, Padres Giants there. Padres Blue Jays. And obviously Padres Pirates. So here's the first pitch to Arias. That's going to be low for ball one. So if you're a Padres fan, well, hey, because of Luis in the chat, we cover Padres games a lot more than we normally would. 1-0 count to Arias. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, strike one. Mike Socia. Thanks, Trisk. And he didn't ding me on the spelling. I'm sure I butchered his. Yeah, no, it's definitely, I don't think that's how you spell Socia. But I would, not off the top of my head, I would know. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit foul. I know Mike Socia as the Angels manager, and well, he's not that anymore. 1-2 count. My favorite baseball player on The Simpsons is Mark McGwire. The whole baseball satellite thing was hysterical. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did not watch. Here's the 1-2. And that's going to be fouled back. A 1-2 count to Arias, batting .289, OPS of .738. Here's the 1-2. This one's going to be hit foul. Not a speller shot unless I'm resting a spell. I don't know. Oh, resting. Yeah, spell. Falter needs to pitch like this at least until the end of the 7th inning. If not, my prediction is that the Pirates bullpen is not going to hold the win. On the other hand, Padres bullpen is not going to. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to be hit foul again. I'm assuming you're going to say the Padres bullpen's not going to allow many runs. But you're probably right. Falter is at 41 pitches. I mean, you compare that to Cease's 84. Falter's looking pretty good. Allow more runs, and Padres will get a good inning eventually. I agree they will. That's why I'm not excited about this 2-0 advantage at the moment, as that's outside. 2-2. Padres 32-23, trying to keep pace with the Dodgers. Here is the 2-2. That's going to be hit left, but that one is foul. Didn't really look at the other standings. I think that is an update. So we're going to refresh this. That's going to update. It's going to move the Pirates up there. Yeah, Dodgers 36-22 now, so the Padres 2.5 back. Here's the 2-2. It's going to be a ground ball to second. Frazier throws to first for out number one. That was a lot harder than I made it sound like. He was running to his right. Nice little throw there. All right, so one out here in the bottom of the 4th. That's going to bring up Manny Machado, batting .312, OPS of .863. And again, I will be doing a Padres game on Tuesday night as well, as here's the first pitch to Machado. That's in there, strike one. And I would say it's probably an 80% chance I once again do Pirates-Padres tomorrow in the afternoon. So if you got nothing going on Sunday, just want to hang out, talk sports, as this one's going to be upstairs ball one, or just talk about whatever you'd like, just hang out. I'll be back tomorrow doing these two teams. Remember when Burns wanted Honus Wagner at short? I had to read it 3 times. Yeah. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be popped up. That might stay in play. Horowitz trying to find it and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 away here for the Padres, and that'll bring up Jackson Merrill, batting .328, OPS of .888. Falter is pitching tremendously, and he has been really the whole year. And, he has some years of experience, so I imagine there will be some teams trying to trade for him. As here's the first pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner, strike one. That's a very Pirate-friendly call there. 0-1 count. Falter delivers. That's low for ball one. One count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit hard but also foul, as the Batgirl could not retrieve it. Brian Reynolds is going to help her out. Batgirl is it's a DC character. I'm just making small talk at this point. One of my favorite DC characters. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to be hit foul. I don't know if anyone's here like a comic book fan. I mean, I don't really read comic books. I just grew up watching like the Batman animated series, the Superman animated series, and stuff like that. But I am a DC guy, and I was wondering if anyone else here, DC, Marvel, Never hear anyone talking about Gavin Sheets. Gavin Sheets, yeah, no, I mean, I honestly, I agree. I don't really hear much about him. That one's going to be low for ball two. Doesn't seem to be a bad hitter by any means. I mean, the Pirates would love to have him, I can tell you that much. 2-2 count. And yes, somewhere like the last decade and a half of DC, I was going to say Pirates films, DC films have kind of like, really hurt DC. Here's the 2-2. That's outside ball 3. Marvel's been popping off, obviously, though maybe not as of late. 3-2 count. Is Brian Reynolds related to old Pirates outfielder R.J. Reynolds? So I had to guess no, but I'll look that one up. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to second. Frazier throws to first for out number 3. So the Pirates looking pretty good for a change. As we head to the bottom of the top of the 5th, your score 2-0. And I'll show you the scores happening across the nation. R.J. Reynolds baseball. Again, if you like what you see, okay, I just looked up the guy. No, he's definitely not. I mean, I guess you can't judge a book by its cover, but I am going to say no. No. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. Didn't want to just confirm, but I did not see any such relation. I used to watch the original Superman show when I was a kid. You talking about the animated series? Because, I watched that. Like, I didn't watch any of the, like, Smallville or anything like that. Again, if you aren't subscribed, then, hey, you want to subscribe and help out the little guy, I'd appreciate it. Every subscription helps the channel out a lot. It really does. I've actually, not to brag, and I know it's kind of annoying. You probably like, who's this random guy bragging? But, I've actually gained over 100 subscribers in the last 2 months, and it's because of, people like that are in the chat. I've really got to meet some pretty cool people, and, they seem to stick around even if I'm having a terrible performance like tonight. We're still hanging out, and it's really awesome. It's really cool. So I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty chill community for the most part. For baseball season, I imagine it's going to be chill. NFL, I don't know. If I get mad about the Steelers and maybe the Steelers in the playoff race, I might get a little crazy. But for the most part, I feel like I'll probably be chill on camera. And if not, I'll go viral, and you can say you were there. Let's see. Thank you, Louise. The Burns Isotopes episodes are very humorous, mainly because they poke fun at the Cincinnati-Louisville area. Makes Pittsburghers smile. I do not think... Right, yeah, I do not think. And McCutcheon's going to get a hold of this one. And that one is going to go in the second deck. McCutcheon with the leadoff pitch. The first pitch of the inning just sends it deep left field. It's been a while since he hit a home run. But he just popped off there. I just heard the music and then I heard the hit and I had to look over. Because they really cut over late. So that's awesome. Pirates up 3-0. I'm trying to read the comments here. I'm sorry, guys. Gavin Sheets is underrated. He has better numbers than Arias, Cronenworth, Alexander, and Tatis. Funny stuff. Dr. Lane does not know he made funny with the Bat Boy. Yeah. Seen this fall. Marvel. DC are having a Batman's Deadpool crossover. I know they're not. And that's going to be in their strike one to Brian Reynolds. We need a Ryan Reynolds cutout for Trisk in the background. Yeah. You need to get the Mint Mobile. Yeah, this guy just loves Ryan Reynolds, apparently. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be chopped foul. So the Pirates up 3-0. I didn't really get to give that a proper call. I'm sorry, guys. He is batting .231, OPS of .671, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs. Again, just last week, this guy was just above 600 in the OPS department. But, I mean, it's like, hey, it's almost June time. It's time to start popping off, and that's exactly what he's doing. Oh, 2 count. Cease delivers, and that's going to be chopped to first. And it looks like Arias is going to step on the bag for out number 1. Is he related to Mark Reynolds? I don't think Brian Reynolds is related to... I don't know. I feel like I've looked at his Wikipedia page before. Here's the first pitch to Horwitz, and that's going to be fouled back. I'm not seeing any relations to any major leaguers or former baseball players. Personal life, he is a Christian. His wife has her first child, a son in August. That is all that's in the personal life of Ryan Reynolds, as this one is going to be high for a ball. That is the cherry promise. All-time home runs. McCutcheon is 4th all-time, 1 behind Roberto Clemente. He's at 239. That's pretty cool. And that one's going to be in there a called strike. They're having a comic book in September that will be it's a comic. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't really read the comics. Well, that's cool, though. Good for them. 1-2 count. That's going to be high for ball 2. Actually, I kind of want to look at, again, you never know. I mean, this could be. I mean, he hasn't really talked about retirement. Did I back out again of that? Let me go ahead and... Oh, my gosh. Why am I... here's the 2-2. That's going to be low ball 3. Would love just to click on it and for it to back off. I'm sorry, guys. I'm showing this this terrible design. Let's go ahead and bring up baseball reference 3-2, and that's going to be fouled back. I'm trying to show Andrew McCutcheon. I don't know why. When did I back out? I don't remember backing out. McCutcheon, unfortunately, probably not going to be a Hall of Famer, but Really good player, though. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Cronenworth throws to first for out number 2. Yeah, let me look it up. Yeah, I'm not going to look it up. Not looking it up. With you, Trisk, I don't feel as compelled to look things up. All right. So, yeah, he won MVP, but unfortunately, I feel like there's just too many mediocre years for McCutchen to where I don't think he's going to get in. Unfortunate, but, you know, definitely going to be, I mean, he is my all-time favorite player. So they have a mound visit, and it looks like they're going to take out Cease. So Cease is going to be done. So Cease exits as Canario is going to be due up here whenever they return. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. Pirates Padres is today's game. Joy Boy is better than Soy Boy. Yeah. That's probably what Trisk wanted to call me. Trisk is my number one hater. But yeah, just I don't know. I'd like for him to. It'd be good if he gets in. He's not going to. Josh Harrison officially announces retirement. That's tough. Yeah, McCutchen was really good. Really good in his prime. Then all of a sudden just went downhill shortly after. 2016, he turned 29, hit 24 home runs, but his WAR was negative. Then he had a little bit of a redeeming year, and that was pretty much it. Anyway, we're coming back to you. Sean Reynolds is going to be pitching to Canario. Is that still Andrew McCutchen? I can't believe he's still around. Yeah, no, he's a legend. They should have taken Cease out at the end of the 4th inning. McCutchen, Andrew McCutchen do be clutching. Actually, I can. Here's the first pitch from Reynolds, and that one's going to be popped up. My little brother, and I say it every now and then. I said it in the MLB The Show videos, but I would also say it, or especially earlier in the season when I actually had faith in the Pirates. But I would say Andrew McCutchen, can he be clutching? You know, like he'll be clutching or something like that. But my little brother is the one that actually came up with that phrase, so I cannot take credit for that. McClutchen. 1-1 count here to Canario. Reynolds delivers. That's outside ball 2. That home run total you gave up for Kutch. No, that was just Pirates. It was 239 just as a Pirate. So, no, he's already passed up Clemente, like, for all time, but, like, not as a Pirate. No, he has 323 as Canario's going to hit this to deep center field. Merrill's at the warning track, and he makes the catch for a big out number 3. So the Pirates, though, they had a run thanks to Andrew McCutchen. Solo shot home run as he moves 1 home run within tying Roberto Clemente on the all-time Pirates home run list. That would be 3rd place. He's currently in 4th. But yeah, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your score 3-0. Joy Boy was what Mr. Bookman called Jerry Seinfeld because he was a comedian, funny guy. I did not watch that episode, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really watched. I watched a little bit of the Seinfeld. I like Seinfeld. But I have not watched every episode. I can tell you no soup for you, though. No soup for you, bud. Yep. But yeah, he's at 323. He did get 2,000 hits. I don't know where he's at on the Pirates all-time list, though, like for hits. I guess I can do some math here. Oh, he's at 1711. Okay. Yeah, probably not getting another 300 hits as a Pirate. That's a shame. It'd be cool for him to do it. I mean, I don't know how long he's going to want to keep playing. Oh, yeah, Bookman the Librarian. This is like an ice cream man named Cone. Okay. No idea. Just going over. Again, if you are not subscribed and like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Not my A game tonight, not going to lie. I came into this one very exhausted, not feeling great. Nothing has changed except I'm not as tired. I'm still not feeling great, so my apologies. But I'll be back tomorrow right after work. I'll be rushing home as quick as possible to cover the Angels and the Indians. And tomorrow I may, most likely, it's leaning like I will, be doing the final game of this series, Pirates-Padres, in the afternoon. So if you are a Padres-Pirates fan, well, first off, if you're a Pirates fan that isn't subscribed, like what the heck at this point? Come on. Padres fan though, I do more Padres games than you would think, as that one's going to be in there strike one. That is thanks to Luis, who's in the comments. He's been I'm not going to say a day one, but he's an OG, though. He is an OG. Most of these guys I'll consider OGs, as this one is going to be chopped foul. In fact, actually everyone in the chat is an OG. Yeah. Luis, Trisk, Sean, Draven. I mean, yeah, 100%. They're all OGs. I wish I could, give you guys, a special, I don't know, that'd be cool. Here's the 0-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Falefa throws to first for out number 1. I do not think the doctor is a Seinfeld fan. He won't get it. I am not a hater. I mean, I just didn't watch all the episodes. I mean, I like Seinfeld. I think it's a funny show. OG, original, Like an original, subscriber. One of the early, if I ever go, big, here's the first pitch to Sheets, that's going to be just upstairs, ball 1. You guys were one of the originals, so, yeah. That would be, I don't know, that'd be, what I'd call you guys. 1-0 count, that's upstairs, ball 2. Trisk was there, actually, at the very beginning. And I believe Draven was there earlier, too. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be inside ball 3. Doctor, have I seen Cheers? I have not. Not seen Cheers. I'm assuming that's a show. I mean, it's familiar. I don't know. I'm not one with pop culture, despite me being on camera. I don't really know. Here's the 3-0. That's inside ball 4. Actually looking it up because I have no idea. Cheers. American sitcom. It's an 80s. Oh, man. No, I am sorry. I have not seen Cheers. Campusano's going to be up at the plate. Runner on first. That's going to be inside ball 1. These pitchers are just missing. And Falter looks a little frustrated. And looks like Davis is actually going to go out and talk to him. I came on more than a month ago with Padres Giants. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, you're still an original. I mean, been here for a while. Luis, I want to say it was the Mariners-Red Sox game. That's why I thought he was a Mariners fan, which he likes the Mariners, but he's primarily a Padres fan. And then Trisk, well, I know the guy, so. 1-0 count. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And then Draven, I think Draven, I don't know why, I feel like. No, it was for a Pirates game, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know, I feel like I've known you longer. 1-1 count here to Campusano. That's going to be hit to third. Oh, Hayes, there's 1 and 2. A double play, hard hit ball to Hayes. That's a mistake because he makes those look so easy. So we head to the top of the 6th. Your score, Pirates 3, Padres 0. Coach on Cheers. It was sad when he left, but young Woody was hysterical. I like Diane better than Christy Alley's Rebecca. Frasier was a great side character. 80s show, Doctor. Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah. Didn't really watch much 80s TV, you know. Born in the 90s. But I will say, my dad did show me some older shows, like Alf. Oh, it was the OG Marlins game. Okay, yeah. The OG Marlins. Opening day. I need to chill out with the OG. Draven was one of your video game buddies. No, sir. No, sir. Maybe Dodgers. No, Draven, I do not know Draven. The only person I know in this chat in real life is Trisk. Everyone else, it's just a one of the, subscribers, of course. No, I don't know. Debating on it. I actually came to the realization if I keep doing this, I might not be able to play much of the EA 26. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'm able to even play in that league. And that's going to break my heart because I had so much fun. But, if I keep doing this and I slowly and steadily keep gaining subscribers, it'll be worth it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Davis, Frazier, and Hayes are due up here at the top of the 6th. Was Alf even in the 80s? I'm starting to think. I feel like that was 90s now. Alf, he showed me Sledgehammer. Well, there's The Simpsons, but that was 90s. Only 90s Simpsons. Anything else after, 2000 was garbage. Marlins, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe we blew this opening series to the Marlins. That's insane. That's upstairs ball 1 here for Davis. Davis 0 for 2, batting 200, OPS of 590. Alf was 80s. Okay, I liked Alf. That kind of shaped my personality a little bit when I was younger. 2-0 count. What the heck? Here's the pitch. That swung on a miss, strike 1. What the heck just happened? Oh. Apparently I just crossed 10,000 steps for the day. I do move my feet a lot. 2-1 count. That swung on a miss, strike 2. Simpson started the late 80s. MASH. Never watched MASH. Never. Archie Bunker. No idea. That's going to be down low for a ball. Seth Messersmith, Dodgers, Sooners, Eagles, Knights. Go Pittsburgh. Well, thank you for stopping by, Seth. Here's the 3-2. Pittsburgh currently up 3-0 as there's a ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 1. I don't know if you already are subscribed, Seth, but hopefully I do a decent enough job while you are here where you get that you can hit that subscribe button. I definitely am not on my A game, I can tell you that, so I do apologize. I will be doing Dodgers on Monday when they take on the Mets. So hopefully I'll see you there. If not, that's okay. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do, as that pitch is outside ball 1. Not exactly the biggest Dodgers fan. I'm not going to lie to you, Seth. But I did hear you guys had a great night tonight, as that's going to be inside ball 1. You said a few minutes ago. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Dodgers fan, but, I mean, an 18-2 victory is something to celebrate, especially over the Yankees. And that's going to be hit to right, and Tatis is on the run and makes the catch for out number 2. Frazier gave that a nice little ride, but Tatis was on the full sprint, so had it just been the average fielder out there, Frazier would probably be standing on second, possibly third. Oh, Sean. Seth, I'm sorry. My bad. But yeah, thank you, Seth, of course. I will hopefully see you Monday again. If you can't watch that game, I got you covered. All in the Family, right? I don't know if it's a show or not, but I'm going to say no. I don't know. Seth, thoughts on the Freddie Freeman? He likes to dance. I'm not a fan of the dance myself. 0-2 count here to Brian Hayes. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt, ball 1. Let's see. I think both Dodgers games I've done. I've only done 2 Dodgers games, which, Monday will be my 3rd. I feel like the Dodgers won both. This one's going to be found back. I don't know. I don't feel like checking it live on streams. I did that one, and then I did Dodgers, Dodgers D-backs. And now, of course, Monday I'll have to make that one tonight. So tomorrow I'm going to try to do 2. I'm doing the one right after work tomorrow, which is Angels and Indians. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to be found back. And then possibly doing the final game of this series. You watch every Dodgers game. Okay, I gotcha. Well, if you want a average commentator in your ear while you watch that game, I got you covered. But, hey, it's cool, though. Here's the 1-2. That's in there. Strike 3 called, and Reynolds looking a lot better than Cease did. So we end at the bottom of the 6th. Your score, Pirates 3, Padres nothing. More NOS. Sean and Luis were on this. You guys were saying that, the NL West is, it seems to be getting good numbers. So I don't know what it is. But the NL West have very passionate fan bases. I don't have a Rockies fan, but I haven't done any Rockies games. I should do one. See what happens there. Yeah, tomorrow they got Sunday Night Baseball. Yeah, so if it's Sunday Night Baseball, I'm pretty much not going to do that game because there's no reason for me to do it. Because unless, you don't have ESPN, and I'm requested to do it, I won't be touching that. Graduate on Thursday. Oh, congratulations. High school or college? I'm going to assume high school. And by the way, is that Philadelphia Eagles? So I see Dodgers, Sooners, so Oklahoma. Eagles, Knights. You're kind of all over the place here, Seth. But that's okay. I mean, I'm all Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh Pirates, Pittsburgh Penguins, which, it's kind of a casual thing. Pitt Panthers, high school. Okay, well, that's cool. Welcome to the real world. Hopefully you land on your feet. Don't give up. I don't know. I'm trying to think of inspirational stuff to say. I don't know. For the first 3 months out of high school, I was. My dad can probably, he's still here. Trisk, he can. Oh man, well, Trisk did not like Dr. DeLay for the first 3 months after high school because I was pretty. I wasn't really exactly applying myself. Yeah. But I'm happy that I didn't go to college because my life would be completely different. I would not know the people that I know now. I probably wouldn't be in front of the camera. I don't know. I don't know what I'd be doing. But work hard, man. Whatever you do, put 100% effort in. And when you see everyone else doesn't do it, that'll set you apart. And you might move up the ladder quickly. Just know when you're getting used, though. Just know the difference there. Cronenworth. Batting .250, here's the pitch, and that's going to be in there, strike 1. But if you go to college, of course, just, go all out, man. Join the workforce. Again, just whatever you do, make sure you like what you're doing. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to second. And just like that, there's one out here in the bottom of the 6th. I hate Sunday Night Baseball, but they need to end it. I don't have a problem with Sunday Night myself, which I'm assuming that this is the last year of ESPN doing it, so I wonder who's going to do it after. Was Craig Lefferts a good closer on the Padres? Well, we got another question by Sean coming up after this at bat, as that's going to be in there, strike 1. To Maldonado. Actually, I said after, but I will probably be starting that Google now. Did I back out? No, I didn't back out. 0-1 count to Maldonado. Falter delivers the 0-1. That's outside for ball 1. Craig Lefferts, 80s to 90s. Ooh, that's a shocker. Strictly on the Padres. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Seth, congratulations on the graduation. Yes, sir. on the Padres only. Not too bad. Didn't really close that many games. Had a few stints with them. First and second stint. First stint, second stint. They're about the same. I would say it was good. Yeah, it was a good reliever. I don't know about closers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Maldonado goes down on strikes, and we go to the top of the order. And that'll bring up superstar Fernando Tatis Jr. It's 1 for 2 on the night, batting .271, OPS of .835. Fox does Saturday night games. Thank you, 13. Seth, are the Knights your high school team? I know Reading, PA. Well, I don't think the odds of him going to Reading High School are so small, as that's in there for a called strike. Extremely small. I'm just letting you know right now, Trisk. 0-1 count, and you know that too. That's going to be in there, strike two. Golden Knights. Yeah, no, he seems to be he likes teams from all around the country. Dodgers and Cali, Oklahoma Sooners, Philadelphia, and then, of course, Las Vegas back on the West Coast. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt. Ball one. I'm assuming it's Philadelphia Eagles. I could be wrong. Philadelphia, obviously one of the better NFL teams. Hockey, the other sport. Okay, Trisk. I mean, I don't really watch much of it, but I do respect hockey. Here's the 1-2, and Tatis hits this left. That is deep, but that one is just foul on the left side of that big building over there and left. He crushed that one. That landed in the triple deck. Oh, my gosh. I mean, that one was sent so far. But Tatis kind of knew it immediately. Everyone else was happy, but he was not. 1-2 counts. Falter delivers, and he sends this to left. Canario at the warning track and is going to make the catch for out number 3. So the Padres continue to kind of struggle here against Falter, as it's 3-0 as we head to the top of the 7th. Philly Eagles. Yes, sir. Well, I was born about an hour and a half northwest of Philly. So I'm familiar with many Eagles fans. My brother is an Eagles fan until he doesn't like football anymore. And then whenever they're good, he likes football. And then I'll bring it up, hey, congrats on the Eagles. Then he'll be like, I don't like football. What are you talking about? I hate it. I don't even watch it. You're an idiot. I'm like, okay. And then after the Super Bowl, you're like, hey, did you see the Eagles who won? Yeah. I'm like, oh, all right. I can't talk to my brother about anything. Are the Pirates still with their starting belly itcher? Okay. So, yeah, Falter is still in. Draven, I actually had the Knights in the final this year. I don't know why I believed. Well, I mean, they've been pretty good ever since they've gotten into the league. So, I mean, that's not a bad pick at all. I like their colors, black and gold. That's pretty cool. Again, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to chat away. Talk about whatever you'd like in the comments. I do read all comments. First-time commenter Seth here. Eagles fan, Dodgers fan. Kind of just here to, I guess, troll the Padres as they're down to the Pirates 3-0. Again, I'll be doing Padres-Pirates most likely tomorrow in the afternoon. After work, I have to rush home. I'll probably be a little late. I know it's going to be a little tacky joining in like the second or third inning, but I will be doing Angels and the Indians. And then Monday night, I'll be doing Mets and Dodgers. And then for Tuesday, I plan on doing Giants and Padres. Team you hate most of the Cowboys. Same here, man. Same here. And I know I'm a Steelers fan. Like, why do you hate them? Just trust me. I live in Texas. It's not fun dealing with these delusional people, you know. Try to be nice about it. Here's the first pitch to IK, if that's going to be fouled back. Who is a better Eagles running back, Herschel Walker or Ricky Waters? When I think of Herschel Walker, I don't think of the Eagles. I think of either the Vikings or the Cowboys. So this is actually, I really pride myself on my NFL knowledge, but I don't really know much about him as an Eagles. What the heck is going on? Let's pause you. Pause. Why are you not pausing? Can you leave? What the heck? All right. Anyway, that's going to be inside. We're going to mute this. It's Blake Martinez on the screen. 1-2 count here to IKF. Batting .306. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. That's going to be poked foul. Yeah, I think of Herschel Walker on the Vikings and the Cowboys. Don't really think of him as an Eagle. Didn't really play much, but, I mean, he did have a 1,000-yard year with them. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be away for a ball. 2-2 count. So, and then Ricky Waters, which I think of him as a 49er. And he struck him out. But no, I'm thinking of someone else, am I? No, I was right. Oh, it's Ricky Waters. 3 state, 1,000-yard, yeah. I'm going to say Ricky Waters' final answer. Ohtani is winning MVP. Well, I mean, I heard he had like 20-something home runs already. Looks like Reynolds, despite being so dominant, is going to be pulled here, but that's just how baseball is. So, yeah. Didn't allow a single hit, walk, so he's going to make way for Matsui as O'Neal Cruz is going to be on deck. So pitching change underway here as the Pirates are up 3-0 over the Padres. Again, feel free to chat away, talk about whatever you like. Trisk said Ricky Waters. Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, yeah, let me look at which I know this probably isn't up to date as of today, but I'd like to see Ohtani Kuhn's stats here for the year. Batting, 294, 22 home runs. Pretty good. I guess the only other person I'd have to think about is Aaron Judge. 19 home runs. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, this guy has an on base of 486, batting 392. I think right now it's going to be Aaron Judge. But there's still plenty of baseball left, so anyone can win it. But right now, I'm going to give Judge the advantage. Good night. Good night, y'all. I'm out too. Yeah, no, you guys have a good one. You guys have a great night. Thank you guys for stopping by, of course. You guys are awesome. NL for sure. Aaron Judge is winning AL. But yeah, you guys have a good night. Thank you, Sean and Trish, for stopping by as always. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And if not, hey, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Don't revolve around me. Revolve around yourself. I'm just here. I always need Padres to lose. Good night, gentlemen. Yes, sir. I don't know if you're leaving, Luis, but yeah, you have a good night as well. Unless you're just saying good night to them, which is perfectly fine. All right, 1-3 is O'Neal Cruz's batting stats for the night. Again, he did have a double to lead off the game, and he came across to score. Here's the first pitch to Cruz. That's outside ball one. Lamar Williams. I don't know who that is. Lamar Williams. Is he a football player? I'm assuming he's a football player. Lamar? No, I don't know. Who's Lamar Williams? I'm like, Google him. 1-1 count to them. I got you. You're staying. That was low for a strike. 1-1 count. Look up Lamar Williams. I don't know. Here's the 1-1. That's away for ball 2. I do not know. So you're talking about the musician. I've never heard of him. Passed away in 83. At 34. 2-1 count to O'Neal Cruz. One out here in the 7th, and that one's going to be fouled back. Strike 2. Served in the military. Are you talking about his son? Apparently his son is also named Lamar. 2-2 count. Yeah, I don't really know much about him. I'm sorry, Draven. 2-2 count. Matsui delivers. That's outside ball 3. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really know much about him. Cadillac Williams. Okay, I got you. 3-2 count, and this one's going to be hit to center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So Cruz, despite the lefty on lefty, Cadillac Williams, the running back, I guess he underachieved. I always thought it was a cool name, but yeah, it never really lived up to that hype. Had a good rookie season, but then after that, we'll show the stats here. Never really became that guy. Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then pretty much went downhill. So 4.1, then never averaged above 4 again until his last year where he was just like just a change of pace back. Here's McCutcheon, and he homered, I believe, back in the 5th. It's 1 for 2 with a walk, batting .262, OPS of .756, 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. Here is the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. That's kind of rare for McCutcheon. Strike 2. Yeah, I don't know. I miss the 2000s, man, of football. That was peak. I miss the old Maddens. 0-2 count. Matsui delivers. Ground ball, foul. So count remains 0-2. Dodgers has been good, but they may win another. Yeah, no, they I mean, it's hard to pick against them. I mean, I kind of am pulling for the Phillies in the NL. I wouldn't be upset, of course, if the Padres went either. I know you're a Dodgers fan, but there's still some other teams that I think they're still in that, and that's going to be low ball 1. Draven and like Madden, I think it was Madden 08. I would do a fantasy draft with the Steelers, for franchise, and I would always pick Vince Young and Reggie Bush as my quarterback and running back. That was just OP. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to be hit, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So they bring in Matsui because they like the matchups, but hasn't been able to produce as of late, as Cruz and McCutcheon both get on with singles. But yeah, I always felt like, I don't know, because I always try to save as much money. They were on rookie contracts, and they progress. Vince Young and Reggie Bush. And Madden 08, PS2. OP. They were something else. That's going to bring up Brian Reynolds. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Batting .230, OPS of .667. Reynolds is going to bat from the right side as Matsui is a lefty. Matsui delivers. Ground ball, foul. Bush was insane. He was so fast as a running back, and like his agility. Yeah, he was so good. 0-1 count. Matsui sets. Looks over at McCutcheon and delivers. That's low for ball 1. He had a 50-cent game for the PS2. What the heck? I have no idea. 50 cent. 1-1 count. I mean, I mostly just had sports and sports. What else I have for PS2? Star Wars Battlefront, both of them 1 and 2. Here's the 1-1. And this one's going to be hit to right. Tatis is on the run, and that's going to be off the wall. Tatis has trouble. Cruz is going to score. Tatis finally is able to throw it in as Reynolds is in at second, McCutcheon at third, and the Pirates are now up 4-0. Wow. Got an Xbox Series X. That's what I have. I have that currently. I have Xbox Series X to my left. I did buy pretty much a brand new PS5. I don't have it have a PS account at the moment, and I had a PS4 account, PSN account, whatever. But made the switch because I'm an idiot, because I thought of my friends more than myself, and they end up leaving Xbox within a year because apparently everyone else has money, even though they're broke. Oh yeah, just get PC. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. So Pirates up 4-0. As Spencer Horwitz is going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 3, and they're going to have a mound visit. Obviously, this is not going according to plan for the Padres. Pirates looking to get revenge from last night. As I didn't watch the game. I saw a little bit of a clip about it, and then I read about it as well. The Pirates got, there were some calls that did not go the Pirates' way. So looking to even the series, and they did take 2 of 3 from the Diamondbacks, so they had some momentum coming into the series. And they're up currently 4-0. Of course, the Pirates bullpen is just not that good, so would not surprise me if the Padres were able to come back later in this one. But Falter, I believe, is still going to be out there in the 7th. All right, we're back here. Horwitz is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 1. Again, runners on second and third. Horwitz not good against lefties. He is batting .195 lifetime against them. Matsui sets and delivers. And this one's going to be hit to left. Shallow, and that's going to get down just past Machado. Machado can't find it. And McCutchen is going to score a little bit of a blooper there, as Machado just couldn't seem to locate it. Reynolds thought it was going to be a catch, so he has to stay put at second. Horwitz is smiling and laughing because he knows he got lucky there. College football 26. Yeah, I'm probably going to get it. I enjoyed playing 25. I just don't know if I'll have as much free time if I'm doing this. I was in love with the Chargers, Phillip Rivers, Tomlinson, and Gates, but then they left San Diego and stopped following. Yeah, well, I don't blame you at all, Luis, man. I think about the San Diego Chargers Los Angeles, so lame. So actually, Matsui's going to get pulled here. So Matsui, who had been so good out of the bullpen this year, was just hit around, and yeah, he's gonna say goodbye. End of the game with a 3.13 ERA. His ERA now is a 3.52. So Matsui is done. Yeah, the San Diego Chargers were they were iconic. I know they didn't really win, and I think I like Rivers. I don't know if I'd put him in the Hall of Fame. It's close. But he also had to go up against Brady, Manning, and Ben every year. That is just... those guys dominated the AFC. And I give Rivers a lot of credit because in the NFC, it was just a revolving door. Yeah, you had these greats. Aaron Rodgers. Well, he only went to one. Oh, Drew Brees. Well, he only went to one Super Bowl. So, it's really tough. Charging out Los Angeles. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we know. It's just wrong, in my opinion. Same with the Rams. The St. Louis Rams, St. Louis has a very passionate fan base. You see it, if you watch the UFL, which I know not many people do, but whenever I did watch them a little bit, whenever I was, covering these games or just chilling on the couch the last few years, watching the game, you see the fans, they're passionate, and it's a shame. I hope the UFL, I hope they bring a team to San Diego, and I hope, the San Diego fans show up and kind of make the NFL eat it, because no one goes to the Rams and Chargers games. Every time they host a game, they're pretty much the away team because they have more visiting fans. I don't know. It's so wrong with the NFL. NFL is all about money, and I get it. They need money, but they're making plenty of it. They can chill out. Not every decision has to be about money. All right, here's the first pitch to Canario. He checks his swing. That's high for ball 1. Rodriguez is coming in. I'm sure So this is actually his debut. Had a 3.22 ERA in AAA. Double A, pardon me. And it's going to be a little tapper. Rodriguez throws to second, throws to first. So look at that. His second pitch ever gets a double play. So that's a great start to his young career as he gets the double play there. But the Pirates tack on 2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Your score 5-0. In SEC Texas gets me annoyed. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how football is going to play out this year. So I don't know if you know this, Seth, but I mean, you already subscribed. But for those of you that aren't subscribed, I will be also doing football, college football, and of course the NFL Week 0 as you see it on the screen. I already have this game decided: Iowa State and Kansas State. I'll be doing that one for the first game of the season, and then what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to have you guys pick what game I do following or that later that evening. So if you want Fresno State, which I know that's more in the West Coast, or Stanford, you guys want me to do those games, well, you guys will probably be able to pick that. So you'll just have to vote. I'll probably have you guys vote on that game, which one I do. Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, or Stanford and Hawaii. And whoever wins, I'm going to do that game as the second game. So it's also a football channel. I'm mostly a football fan, both college and in the NFL. So hopefully you guys will be there for that. But if you are strictly baseball, I pretty much most of my subscribers are due to baseball. So I'm not going to be leaving you by any means. Don't think that by any means. So once the regular season ends, I will still carry it into the wild card round. And I will pretty much hey, do you guys want me to cover this or not? That's pretty much, I'll leave it up to a poll. You still want me to do divisional series or just commit to football? I'll leave it up to you guys. But I'm not going to leave you guys just because it's football season. You guys have been so awesome to me, the baseball community. I'm not the most diehard baseball fan, but I've gotten to meet so many great people. Luis, he's a Padres fan. He's been really great. Sean, he's been pretty cool, with the Giants and asking me these questions. Draven, he's a big Pirates fan, hockey fan. He'll obviously be here for Steelers stuff and all that. But yeah, I'm not going to be leaving baseball just because it's football season. I'm still going to see it out as here's the first pitch to Arias. That's in there for strike one. Sooners play on August 30th. I know you guys play Michigan early. I just don't know who your first opponent is. Texas kicker sold. Yeah, no, he kind of did. That's going to be fouled away. Strike two. Saquon had a great season. Saquon did. Saquon is the reason the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. Actually, I can look at it. So Oklahoma. Who does Oklahoma play? Illinois State. Well, okay, I don't know. I probably won't be covering that game. Probably not doing that one. 0-2 count here to Arias. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. I don't know what just happened there with Arias. That's going to be inside ball one. Seth, my guy, Cooper got his pick. Cooper DeGene, yeah, he's quite the corner. Here's the 1-2. Arias is going to hit this to center. Cruz is under it and makes the catch for out number one. So it looks like Falter is going to exit, which I don't like it. I mean, he's been dominant. I don't understand why they're going to do that, but they are pulling Falter. So 6 1/3, only allowing 2 hits and a walk. And Falter is going to exit with the 5-0 advantage. And if you're a Padres fan, you probably like that because now it opens up the possibility of you guys just absolutely shredding this Pirates bullpen. So pitching change under effect. Again, I'll be doing college football as well, so feel free to stop by for football season if you are also a football fan. And if you're a Padres fan, I'll be doing Padres most likely tomorrow in the afternoon and on Tuesday. when they take on the Giants. And then Dodgers, Mets, I'll be doing that Monday because I got some requests from Mets fans. So I have some Mets fans that are subscribed to the channel. They don't pop in as much anymore. That's perfectly fine. They probably have their own Mets YouTubers that they can look at. I did a lot of Mets games earlier in the year, and that's why. But they just haven't. But yeah, NL West and Pirates apparently. That's my recipe. That's my recipe. Except the Rockies. NL West except the Rockies. Of course, when I say NL West, no one thinks of the Rockies anyway. No offense. I'll have to do a Rockies game, though. I kind of want to see them for myself. It'll probably look like a lot like the Pirates, honestly. Cooper DeJean was good. Yeah, seems to be a rising superstar. A lot of Steelers fans I know wanted him. Alas, it was not meant to be, as Falter again with a masterclass performance. Only at 79 pitches, but I guess they just didn't trust the matchup with Machado despite him already being 0 for 2. Ferguson enters with a 3.86 ERA. So now Falter will look on from the dugout as Ferguson delivers, and that's going to be inside ball 1. Did check his swing, but did not go. Rockies are horrible. They are horrible. That's something special, man. The Rockies are a special team. Here's the 1-0. That's inside ball 2. They're just an adorable little bunch in Denver. I want to see him play myself. I wanted him, but no. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It would have been nice to have him. 2-0 count to Machado. That's going to be just upstairs, ball 3. And already you can just see the difference in quality of pitching. Just decrease. And this is probably what's going to open up. 3-0 count. That's going to be in there, strike 1. Pirates bullpen used to be a strength in the 2010s. It is just a fraction of what it is or what it was now. Here's the 3-1. That's in there, strike 2. Three-two count to Machado. He's 0 for 2 so far. Ferguson sets. And delivers. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. And San Diego fans can't believe it. But that one did land in the strike zone. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's going to bring up Jackson Merrill, who's 0 for 2. Again, most of these guys just struggled against Falter. Falter, I honestly expect him to be on the move in the trade deadline. I really do, as this one's going to be fouled back. Strike 1. I just don't see us keeping him. I just don't. Be nice. Favorite movies? Home Alone. Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs, ball 1. I don't know. I mean, I like Home Alone 1 and 2. I'm assuming that's probably what you're referencing. All-time favorites? I don't know. I mean, they are kind of funny. I like the ending. I mean, I like where, like, they enter the house or, that apartment in New York. That's going to be inside ball 2. I like that part. Those parts. Those are pretty neat. I don't know what my favorite movies. I don't know. I don't really watch much anymore, 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 count. Ferguson looking like he's settled down after quickly going down 3-0 to Machado, but then, of course, getting him on strikes. Here's the 2-2. That's outside. Ball 3. count is 3-2. Here's the 3-2, and that's going to be fouled back. Pirates have, the Bats have come alive tonight. 11 hits for them, 5 runs. Padres, only 2 hits and no runs. Here's the 3-2, and this one's going to be chopped, foul. The Grinch. Jim Carrey. Yeah. If you're talking about that one. I didn't really watch the animated one. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit, foul again. So Merrill with a nice little battle here. Trying to get something going with 2 outs as the Padres, again, have just been kind of lethargic tonight. They did have some, they did cause some trouble in the first inning, but Canario with a nice diving catch as they're showing the replay. I mean, that could have changed the outcome of the game, really. This one's going to be poked to left, and Canario is going to run and make the catch for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 8th. Your score, Pirates 5, Padres 0. Again, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing if you like what you see. It definitely helps the channel out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. The baseball fans have pretty much, been very kind to me, and I appreciate it as I try to imitate a broadcaster for you guys just covering these games. I will be doing Padres Pirates most likely tomorrow as well. As you can see, the next game is set for tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not late, but I probably will be. But I'll start as soon as I get home. And I'll be doing, again, most likely Game 3 of this series as well, about an hour after that one ends, depending on when it ends. And then I will be doing Padres-Giants on Tuesday. But that is after the Monday game where I'll be doing Mets-Dodgers because I got some requests from the Mets fans. So, again, if you're a fan of other teams, let me know. Be active, and I'll be sure to get you. And, of course, Luis is a Padres fan, so honestly, if you're a Padres fan, you probably don't have to do much. But let's just say Luis, he goes away for a few weeks. Well, that'll be up to you, So I'm just saying. But I do appreciate it, though. Yeah, I have a pretty cool group of subscribers. Again, it's free. If you're worried about price, I made sure it's free. Don't worry. I got you covered there, I promise. And, of course, I'll be doing football. I'm all ready for football season, the college and in the NFL. I'm already eyeing games I'm going to do. So, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button as I'll be doing football once football starts in August. Due up here for the Pirates is going to be Henry Davis, Adam Frazier, and Ke'Bryan Hayes. Davis is 0 for 3. Batting .197, OPS of .580. Here's the first pitch. That's way outside. Ball 1. Rodriguez actually making his major league debut on his second pitch. Got a double play to get out of the 7th. So Rodriguez right now perfect in his MLB career. 1-0 count to Davis. Dodgers have the best record. I'll have to check that. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there, strike 1. All right, so Cubs. Looks like there's a lot of teams tied, 36 and 22. Okay, so the Detroit Tigers have the best record, but in the NL, there's a 4-way tie. Here's the 1-1. That's outside, ball 2. NFL, yes, I'll be doing NFL as well. I look forward to the NFL season. That is my passion. I'm a Steelers fan. I'll be doing 2 games every Sunday. That's swung on a missed strike 2. So, yes, I won't be just doing Steelers game. If you're worried about that, if you're, well, to be honest, I don't know if any of you guys are still going to be Chargers fans after what the NFL did to you guys. But, if you are an NFL fan, I'm not just doing Steelers games, I promise. I'll be doing another game as well. Here's the 2-2. That's inside ball 3. And, of course, college, at least 2 games every Saturday, up to 4 if my voice can keep going. I will keep going as well. But Sundays is a guaranteed 2 games as well. 3-2 count here to Davis. Rodriguez delivers. That's going to be outside, ball 4. So Davis gets on with the walk. Yinzer, how have you been, man? It's been a while since I've seen you, and that's okay. Have you been to multiple MLB parks? If so, what would be your top 3? So I've only been to 3, and I'm hoping I'm able to go to PNC Park this summer, because I do plan on going up to Pennsylvania. If things work out, I'll be making the trip up to West PA as well. So my family's in the eastern side of the state. I'll answer that after this pitch to Frazier. That's going to be low ball 1. So I've been to Citizens Bank. I've been to, I forgot what the Texas Rangers one was before this new one. Globe Life Park, I think. Not the new one, but the one that they just took down. And then the Minute Maid. Minute Maid's the worst. I don't like inside. I think that's just dumb. And here's the 1-0. That's going to be upstairs ball 2. I would say Globe Life Park or whatever it was in Texas and Arlington. That's number 2. And Citizens Bank so far is number 1. Now, as far as parks that I just have seen on TV, PNC is clearly 1. And a close second. Okay, I shouldn't say clearly because San Francisco's looks really nice. I would love to go to a game there. Here's the 2-0. That's inside ball 3. I would say those 2. And then I kind of want to see, I would love to go to a Fenway Park game because of the Big Green Monster. I think that'd be so cool. Or Wrigley. I mean, just a classic stadium. 3-0 count here to Frazier. That's going to be in there, strike 1. First game is Eagles-Cowboys. Yeah. Might do that one. Depends. It really depends on circumstances that day. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be hit foul. And the only reason I'm saying that it depends, Dodger Stadium is massive. Yeah, they do have a very big capacity there. Is I just know every freaking streamer in the world is going to be doing that game. So I don't know if it's something I really need. I think there's actually college games that day. I might be going to do that one, to do college. I don't know. I'll probably leave that one up to you guys as well. I'll leave you guys to vote. Here's the 3-2, and that one is fouled back. There might not be college games, actually, now that I think about it. I think they don't. They're not going to have it. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I do it. It'll probably just be strictly subscribers that day. I don't think I'll get any views from outside sources that day. We'll see. I might do it. 3-2 count here to Frazier. Here's the pitch, and Frazier pops it up, and that one is going to stay in play, and that is caught for out number 1. So one away here for the Pirates, and that's going to bring up Brian Hayes, who's 1 for 3. Been to Houston, but didn't get to Minute Maid. There is an awesome arcade right near Minute Maid Park called Cidercade. Huge collection of classic arcade games, and they make their own cider. Oh, okay. Well, my wife would love the cider. I can tell you that right now. And I'd probably like the arcade games. I'm not much of a classic gamer, but I'd still probably love to play it. And, I don't know, just the joystick and the buttons. I was never good at them, as that's inside ball 1. If they have Soul Calibur, I'd probably play that. That was an arcade game. I love Soul Calibur. Not many people know what that is. Here's the 1-0, and that one is popped up. Cronenworth is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So Rodriguez did have that walk to start off the inning, but not a bad debut. Cidercade, I'd have to check that out next time I'm in the Houston area. Yankee Stadium is a mess. Well, I know their dimensions are really small. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to go to New York just in general, but then also to watch a game. Here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That's going to be upstairs ball 1. He's 2 for 3 on the day, batting over 300, which is really nice to see a Pirate doing. OPS of 740, 1 home run, 13 RBIs. 1-0 count. Rodriguez checking on the runner at first. Oh, it just plunked him in the back. So Rodriguez decides IKF just needs to head to first base without, getting a hit. So we have now runners on first and second. And I don't know if Rodriguez wanted this, as he's now going to face O'Neal Cruz. But Cruz has struck out twice, as he's been kind of swinging at everything tonight, to be honest with you. He's 2 for 4. He has scored twice. And Rodriguez seems to be kind of a wild pitcher. So if you do play MLB The Show, expect that walk rating to be really low. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 1. 1-0 count. Cruz batting .231, OPS of 832, 12 home runs, 26 RBIs. Again, he's 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Rodriguez looks back at Davis and delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Golf claps around for Rodriguez. But yeah, hopefully I get to go to Pennsylvania, or I am going to Pennsylvania, but hopefully I get to go to the western part of the state. And I go to Pittsburgh for the first time. Here's the 1-1. That's outside. Ball 2. The fans seem to not like the call. That looked like it was well off the plate. Two and 1 count. Rodriguez delivers. That's outside, ball 3. So 3-1 now to Cruz. Best stadium in the world, Dodgers in San Francisco. Assuming you meant San Francisco, I'm not too sure. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a call strike. Pitt native, but have lived near Kansas City for almost 8 years. Their stadium's really old and an awesome park, but I miss my old stomping grounds at PNC Park. You'll love Pittsburgh. I hope so. I have big expectations. I hope I'm not let down, but we'll see. Here is the 3-2. Oh, and they called him strike 3 on a pitch that may have been on the inside. It might have gotten a piece of it, and Cruz doesn't like it. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Your score is still Pirates 5, Padres 0. Yeah, Kauffman Stadium, right? I think that's the Kansas City one. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I hope I do enjoy my trip to Pittsburgh. Maybe one day I'll catch a Steelers game there. I don't know. But anyway, if you like what you see, folks, and you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button. This is what I do. I call random games. Today's game is Pirates and Padres. Padres, I've covered them multiple times on the channel, so if you're a Padres fan, don't think it's just a Pirates stream. I do Padres games as well. I've done 3 of them. I'll be doing most likely the second game tomorrow, and I can confirm I'll be doing Tuesday night's Giants and Padres. So Padres games coming up for you. If you're a Padres fan, feel free to subscribe. Obviously, if you're a Pirates fan, well, you should already be subscribed. Like, what the heck, man? But it's not. If not, it's okay. Well, this is your chance to do so. I do a lot of Pirates games, so please consider offering me your subscription. I will humbly accept. And again, I'll be doing football later down the road. Don't really like the Padres. Are you a fan of certain teams? So you're talking to me. For baseball, it's just Pirates. I mean, I'll occasionally cheer for the Phillies because I did grow up near them, but I didn't. I mean, I went to a lot of. So I was born in Reading. Lived in the little town of Robisonia. My dad would take me to Reading Phillies games, so I got to see, Ryan Howard in person, and the younger Phillies, and obviously that generation became really good. So I did kind of cheer for them a little bit, but I was mostly a Pirates fan. But yeah, no, Steelers. I mean, it's pretty much Steelers, Pirates, a little bit of the Penguins, but I'm not a diehard hockey fan. Draven is. I don't know if he's still here. He's a diehard hockey fan. And then I do like the Pitt Panthers, but, it's not like, I don't know. I didn't really watch many Pitt games growing up, as I didn't really have much access to ESPN or the other channels. But, I'm just kind of growing into the college football game myself and college sports. As here's the first pitch to Bogarts. That almost hits him ball one. But it's mostly, it was strictly Pittsburgh, really. Strictly Pittsburgh teams. Dennis Santana entering the game. He's one of the better relievers. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. I've been to Citizens Bank. Yes, I have been to Citizens Bank. It's a very nice stadium. Very nice stadium. 1-1 count. That's going to be chopped foul. 1-2 count to Bogarts. 0 for 2. Batting .242, OPS of .664. Santana sets. And delivers. And this one's going to be hit down the third base line, but that is just foul. Just foul. 1-2 count. It's cool. Been to Philly once to visit, but mainly vacation in Lancaster and Gettysburg as a kid. I gotcha. That's not too far to where I used to live as a child, and that's going to be popped up. Looks like IKF is going to settle under it and make the catch for out number 1. I don't think I've actually ever been to Gettysburg, now that I think about it. That'd be kind of, I don't know. I wonder if that's worth it. Do you think it's worth it? I mean, I live in Texas. I don't know if I mentioned that to you or not. Forcefully moved when I was 8 years old. Had no choice in the matter. Taking my wife up there to visit some families. That's going to be outside for strike 1 to Sheets. That's a favorable Pirate call there. So I'm going to take her up there, visit, my grandparents and other family. I'm going to stay there on the eastern part of the state. Obviously, I'd like to go to Pittsburgh, but I'd like to also take her somewhere, other places as well. That's going to be low for ball 1. So I don't know. Gettysburg would be pretty neat. I don't know if it's I don't know. I guess I'd have to look up some things to do. 1-1 count, and this one's going to be hit foul. I don't think we're going to touch Philly, to be honest with you. My grandparents haven't been to Philly apparently in a few years because it's just gotten pretty bad there. 1-2 count. You live in Maryland. You can watch all the football games on Hulu. Yeah, I'm going to get ESPN Plus, actually, just for the football season. College football and probably college basketball, too, because here's the 1-2. That's inside because I actually had some subscribers for college basketball. I did some college basketball, and I think it was that's initially what started the growth, just doing the tournament. I did very little football last year, just seeing, just doing it for fun, really. But now I'm going to do it for serious purposes, as that's going to be outside ball 3. So I'll probably get ESPN Plus in August and end it in March or something. Maryland, so you have to deal with a lot of Ravens fans. I think it would be a good side activity to go visit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Did he go? Ball in the dirt. He did check his swing, but apparently he did not go. I'd like to see the replay of that. Worth it if you love history, especially. Beautiful part of the state. That was really close. That's what I'm thinking. I do like history. Civil War. I'm not like a history buff or anything, but I do like the American Revolution and Civil War and that type of stuff. American history is pretty cool. All right, so Jose Iglesias is going to be pinch hitting for Campusano. Runner on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Probably going to take her to Hershey, too. Maybe Hershey Park. I think that'd be cool. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, strike 1. 0-1 counts. I hopefully won't undo the keto diet in one day in Hershey with all the chocolate. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Hayes got it. He throws to second. There's one. And doesn't get Iglesias as he ran it out. But they do get the lead runner. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th. Cronenworth is up now. He's 0 for 2. Most of the Padres are 0 for 2. If they're not already 0 for 3. I mean, Falter had a great performance. Just an absolutely fantastic performance tonight. Maryland is a very nice place. Happy that they sell seafood. I actually don't like seafood. Not a seafood guy. My wife is. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Got to go. I've enjoyed this, and you have a great voice for calling sports. You should see if North Shore 9 channel can add you to their YouTube channel team. You'd fit right in. Never heard of them. I'll have to look them up. Let me actually write that down. Well, thank you, man. Hopefully I'll see you again in the near future. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there. Strike 2. North Shore. I don't know. I don't think I'm popular enough to join anything. North Shore 9 channel. Well, thank you for the recommendation. I'll check them out and see what I can do. Yeah, you have a good one, man. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be low for ball 1. Oh, I feel like you're the same Yinzer I talked to earlier. I mean, I know you get. I guess we can all change our names to have one name. Maybe it was a different Yinzer. I don't know. I feel like I've talked to a Yinzer before. Here's the 1-2. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. They're a Pirates coverage channel. Really cool guys. They do a post game every night with different folks hosting. Okay, I gotcha. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to see what I can do. I'm not really a baseball diehard, but I mean, I'll give it a shot. See what I can do there. Can offer some insight. But yeah, hopefully, if you're not already subscribed, it was on a few days. Okay, I got you. All right, man. Yeah, you have a good one. See you around. So a mound visit here, 2-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Cronenworth trying to keep this inning alive. Crawfish is your favorite. I would never eat those mud bugs. You would fit in here in Southeast Texas, Seth. People around here go crazy over that. 3-2 count to Cronenworth. I mean, that is, oh my gosh. I mean, especially now, it's crawfish season over here, and yeah, I mean that's all these people eat for months. And it looks like Cronenworth is going to ask for time. So yeah, Seth, if you ever in Southeast Texas, you'd fit in with the crawfish. Santana sets. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit to right. That one is deep, but that one is foul. He crushed that one, but just pulled it too far to the right. Check that channel out. North Shore 9 channel. Well, if it can lead to growth, I'll do it, If they'll have me. Here's the 3-2. Outside ball 4. He walked him. So now 2 runners on, as Santana has been one of the more reliable arms in the bullpen, but in a little bit of trouble here as his ERA is a 1.5. That is the live ERA. And that's going to bring up Diaz. He's pinch hitting for Maldonado. Batting .217, OPS of .602. Andrew Heaney is expected to start tomorrow for the Pirates. San Diego, I'm not too sure. And they're going to have a mound visit here to try to see what the Pirates are going to do about Elias Diaz. Batting .217, OPS of .602, 3 home runs, and 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Santana sets and delivers. That's in there, strike two. So very quickly 0-2 on Diaz. 2 runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Padres trying to get on the board here. Here's the 0-2. Check the swing. And they got him. He struck him out. So the Pirates able to get out of the little jam. As we head to the top of the 9th, your score, Pirates 5, Padres 0. June 1st. Yeah, you're already in June. I still got an hour, well, about 45 minutes away for me. Again, if you like what you see, folks, if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. Who do you think will be batting? Let's see. The Pirates actually have McCutchen, Reynolds, and Horwitz in the top of the 9th. So that's a pretty good section of the lineup to have for the Pirates. Whereas the Padres will have the top of the order in Tatis, Arias, and Machado. So, yeah, McCutchen, he homered earlier. He's 2 for 3 with the walk. Reynolds is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Horwitz is 1 for 4 with an RBI. So this part of the lineup has 5 of the 11 hits. Actually, Cruz has 2 if you include the top 4. The top 4 have produced tonight with 7 of the 11 hits tonight. So a really good Beelzebub. I believe I've talked to you before. You've popped in before. I appreciate you. But yeah, no, if you aren't subscribed, though, definitely hit that subscribe button. Again, I'll be doing football later down the road, college and NFL. College football on Saturdays, at least 2 times a day, 2 games a day. Might be doing all 4 if my voice can handle it. And then Sundays, guaranteed 2 games as well. And then, of course, until baseball season ends, Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday, whatever, I'll be trying to do as many baseball games as possible. I won't abandon the baseball fans that have subscribed. I really appreciate you guys. But after pretty much October starts, once October starts, I'll be doing like MAC, all the college football games throughout the week. So I'll be pretty active on here. So, yeah, I don't think you'd regret that subscribe button being pushed. I do appreciate it. I really do. All right, McCutchen's up here. Again, he's batting .266, OPS of 763. Wendy Peralta is going to be pitching for the Padres here in the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Eastern Coast is 1 hour ahead of Central. Yes, it is. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and he's working fast. Checked his swing, and he went. McCutchen really disgusted with himself. As I am a former East Coast or Eastern time zone guy myself, being born in the great state of Pennsylvania, then forcefully moved when I was 8 years old. Here's the 0-2, and McCutchen's going to hit it up the middle. Cronenworth's there, throws to first, and gets him. Nice play by Cronenworth to get McCutchen out, and that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds, 2 for 4, again with 2 RBIs. He's had a really nice night. And we've talked about it before, and if you guys aren't familiar with it, I can go ahead and chat about it real quick. Brian Reynolds just pops off in June, and I guess he senses that it's June and he has to start producing, as that's going to be a swing and a miss. Or actually, he made contact there, foul tip. So I'll go ahead and show you the splits here by month, and you'll see that this guy, look at those stats here in June. 981 OPS. All the other months in the 700s. He does pop off in August for a little bit. But he is just a monster once June approaches. 0-1 count to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. That's low for ball 1. Been to Hershey Park 9 times. Oh man, I can only remember being there once in my life. It'd be nice to go again. That's going to be outside ball 2. Two and one count. They're actually talking about it now, about Reynolds just popping off in June. That's going to be in there, strike 2. So 2-2 count to Reynolds. So he's looking to get on here in the top of the 9th. He's just been, again, incredible at the plate the last week. Here's the 2-2, and that's going to be hit. And that's going to get past Cronenworth for a base hit. So Reynolds with 3 hits on the night as he is just heating up. And let me go ahead and just... Last 7 games, slugging, or his OPS is over 1,000. Last 15 games, it's over 930. It's 936. So he is crushing it. As Horowitz is going to dig in as he fouls this one off. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Horowitz as the Pirates again up 5-0 here in the top of the 9th. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit foul. 0-2 count. Peralta is a lefty on lefty here. Delivers the 0-2. That's going to be inside ball 1. The Eagles played Pittsburgh. They're playing really good. Yeah, the Eagles have had their way with Pittsburgh. Recent meetings. Here's the 1-2. That's inside ball 2. Yeah, Pittsburgh and Philly. It's for the last few times they've played, it's pretty much been the home team that wins. As long as I can remember. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. In fact, let me go ahead and see if I can pull that up for you. Steelers. And I can't type. Doing this with one hand. Steelers versus Eagles history. Let's see if we can pull that up for you. That should give me what I'm looking for. As here's the first pitch to Canario. Ground ball to third. Machado's going to throw it to second for the force for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. The Pirates up 5-0 over the Padres. And yeah, here you go. So look at this. So home team Philly, Philly wins. Home team Philly, Philly wins. Home team Steelers, Steelers win. Eagles, they win. Steelers, they win. Eagles, they win. Steelers, they win. So pretty much since 2004. So 2000, obviously, so the Eagles went into Pittsburgh. This was Three Rivers. So I guess ever since Heinz Field has come across, and then, of course, the new Eagles Stadium, not the Veterans Stadium, but Lincoln Financial, I think. I think that's the stadium name. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that, but I mean, that's just how the NFL works sometimes. Home field advantage it's big. It matters. Just can't make the trip across the state, It's just actually a fun fact: the Steelers have not won in Philly since 1968, I believe. Last time the Steelers won in Philly, Eagles home, Eagles win, Eagles home, Eagles win, Eagles home, Eagles win, Eagles home, Eagles win, Eagles win, Eagles win, Eagles win. So 65. The last time Pittsburgh made the trip to Philadelphia and won was 1965. It's just crazy. So due up here for the Padres, it's going to be Tatis, Arias, and Machado. They are combined 1-for-8. And I honestly can't remember what Arias did. Arias was a sacrifice. So yeah, 1-for-8 with a sacrifice. All right, Padres need 5 runs to push this to the 10th. they're going to have to get past a guy that has been getting past before, David Bednar, 4.58 ERA, 286 batting average, or the opponent batting average, so they can hit off him. We saw this in Miami. It was tragic. Him and Holderman decided to be the dynamic duo that gave Marlins fans a reason to believe. As here is the first pitch to Tatis. That's upstairs, ball 1. 1-0 count here to Tatis. Bednar sets and delivers in there for a called strike. Just here to roast garbage. What a name. Oh, I love it. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. Just here to roast. I love the name. I don't know if I want your subscription or not going to lie. It would be nice, but then, if you're here to troll, I don't know. That's a tough one. I need the subscribers. He's here to roast. But I need the subscribers. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt. Did he go? He did check his swing. Did not go. I need it, but he's here to roast. I don't know. That's a tough one. Have to flip a coin. Padres are trash. I don't know if they're trash. They definitely didn't show up tonight. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. And right to Hayes for out number 1. Hayes is just a dynamic third baseman. Specifically the defensive part for out number 1. Hopefully you like what you see and you consider subscribing. Just here to roast. If you already are subscribed, well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Look forward to some roast in the near future. Here is the pitch to Arias. Arias taken all the way for ball 1. Like he literally was just standing as still as can be. Now I'm enjoying the bets right now, but if roast be needed, well, you don't have to. In fact, I insist not to. There's a lot of material here. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be upstairs, ball 2. But I appreciate you stopping by. Definitely helps the channel out. And if you are a football fan, I'll be doing college and NFL multiple times a week once football season is here, Saturdays and Sundays. And then once baseball season is over, here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there, strike 1. I'll be doing college games pretty much throughout the whole week. We'll probably work in some Monday night football and Thursday night football, of course, if that is needed. 2-1 count here to Arias. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 3. I don't know when Betts is going back with the Dodgers. I don't know either. Glass is so big. Are they that big? I don't know. Like you're just reaching there. Here's the 3-1, and that one's going to be hit to left. Canario was under it and makes the catch for out number 2. I'm glad, that's actually part of the plan. That way you can see the game. So you ask me, hey, put the game on. Well, I have it on. You just got to look deep into my eyes. Into them. Oh, yeah, you're good, man. Machado is 0 for 2. They are down to their last out, and the Pirates 1 out away from moving to 22-37 as that one's outside ball 1. Padres would fall to 32-24. So, still a respectable record. Man, you got a full-size TV on your face. There we go. Yeah, I know. I actually have lost 20 pounds in the last month, as that one's going to be fouled back. But I am working on it. Still, I got to get active. I did the keto, and it was kind of brutal. 1-1 count here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled off again to the Padres, down to their final strike. Your TV is 40 inches. I wouldn't be saying that ain't that big. 40 inches? Hey, I'm watching mine on a monitor that's 32. Here's the 1-2. That is outside ball 2. Keto is rough. It was. I'm not going to lie. It was. But the results were worth it. I still have a long way to go, so I'm still pretty big. Here is the 2-2, and that one is going to be fouled back. Autocorrect is the worst thing ever, I swear. I don't know why that was even invented, to be honest with you. And if it's invented, you would think it would make sense. Like, why? Like, Mankato if rough. Like, how is that auto-correcting? Like, what language is that? Here's the 2-2. Machado hits this deep left field, but that one is foul, as that one had the distance, but he just got in front of it. Keep it up. Hey, man, I try. Hopefully, oh, my voice. Hopefully I'll see you around in the near future. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Pirates take game 2, 5-0 over the Padres. That's pretty much going to do it for me. I got to work in the morning. Oh, this way I can keep roasting. There we go. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Hopefully that means you subscribed. But I'll actually be back tomorrow. I do work. I'm probably going to be late, so you can roast me for that one. If you got nothing else going on, feel free to stop by for the Indians-Angels game. And I'll most likely be doing this game as well. So this game in the afternoon, I'll be doing that one right after. And, of course, if you are a football fan, I'll be here during football season. Hopefully I'll see you there. But yeah, no, they do have big TVs now. I'm just going to stick with my little monitor. It works for me. But, yeah, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. You guys all have a great night. And, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see y'all around. Y'all have a good one. Peace.